Hello and welcome to Inspired Crafts. I'm just checking I'm live in the correct place. Okay, well, it's not showing in the group, so I don't know what's going on with Facebook this morning, but I won't be able to see any messages or any comments, so I'm sorry about that. I won't be able to reply to you. I can see that Viv's with me. Welcome, Viv, and good morning. Hope you're all okay out in Spain. I'm just trying it one more time. There's obviously something wrong with Facebook today. Okay. Anyway, this morning's crafting, I'm going to show you this card technique. It's mainly using scraps. I have, that's not on there. I have loads and loads and loads of scraps, but if you don't, then that's fine, because you can just cut really thin pieces of, you can use cardstock, two-tone cardstock that I've used, so you obviously get, I don't know, let me find a piece and you'll be able to see, you get two different shades of the same colour, so you could effectively have more than three colours, but I've just kept to the standard, the darker fronts. Simply just gluing them on, and you can do that in any order you want, any colours. You can use designer series paper. I've also used the two-tone cardstock as a layering mat, so the card is actually a bit lighter than it normally would be. I've not used the two-tone cardstock as layers before, and I don't know why. It makes complete sense, to be honest, so I will be using more of it in that way. Anyway, so for this card this morning, I am using basically this Pine Tree Trimmings and the stamp set here. Okay, so I'm just using a sentiment from this, and I'm using the tree and the star from the dies, and this one is in, I think it's Granny Apple Green, got Lemon Lolly, and we've used the Garden Green on that one. This one I'm going to do a poppy red card base, the Garden Green layer, and then it's going to have white on the top again. Okay, now I've already gone ahead and cut my tree out. There's two ways really you could do this. You can turn this over, glue around the edge and put your bits on there, or you could put glue on here and do it on here. It doesn't matter. Or you could just do it on a piece of paper, you know, and then put that over the top. So that's actually three ways of doing it. I'm going to do it this way, just simply because I am. It's how I did that one, and it's, you know, quite quick. So I've cut my scraps of paper into half a centimetre. I don't know why I've used centimetres today, but it's almost like equivalent of quarter of an inch and half a centimetre. And I've got 4 colours. I'm going to probably maybe leave this one out. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to incorporate the red into it, and I'm just going to stick these on. Now they don't have to be straight. You can have them straight, you could have them, I might even do this one on a slant this time, I don't know. Let's have a look. But once you get going, it is just a case of butting it up against the next one. And obviously some of these bits are quite long. Now I'm using the darker edge, darker side. And I'm just going to go through, I'm not using the, don't think I'm going to use the other green. I'm going to use just these ones. So this is Lemon Lolly. Ooh, Garden Green. And then the Poppy Red, and I'm just going to do it in the same order all the way down. And as you see, you start getting the idea as you build it up. Let's put some more glue on. Now I'm not making a shaker card with this today, but you could easily do a background like this and then have the top layer of your card with the shaker in it rather than doing it this way. So that's another use for the shakers. See if that bit will fit. Say this is all about using little scraps, so any odd ends that you end up with. I do end up with quite a few because I cut my card bases down slightly, so I end up with cardstock scraps as well. This, you do get a bit sticky as well, mine, so just be mindful of what you're touching. And how much glue you can put on. Okay, I might leave it and cut it afterwards. But there's nothing difficult about it. So it's just thin little strips. You can do it in as many colours as you like, any colour that you like, and you just keep going. Butting them up against each other to make sure that there's no gaps. The glue dries clear anyway, so I don't even know if that is needed there, but I'll put it just in case. Okay, oh, I like that actually. Didn't really know how it would look, but I do like that. I'm just gonna carefully cut those bits. So there's total difference, but it's the same technique, so I do like that. Let's mine these bits out the way. I decided to, I was and ahhing about getting this glass mat, but I finally did and it's the first time I've used it. It's really nice actually, so it's going to be really easy for keeping clean and doing various techniques. So I'm just going to stick I'm running out of glue in this, my two-tone layer onto the card base. So the card base is 8 inches by 5 3/4, scored at 4 inches. The green layer is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. This white layer has been cut at 3 1/2 inches by 5 1/4. So I'm taking 1/4 of an inch off each time. Okay, there's the little star. On my gold foil, I've put some self-adhesive sheets. So I've made it into a sticker. So I'm just going to peel the back off. Pop that at the top. Got a bit of glue there. Let me get my glue rubber. Right. Okay, so I'm going to heat emboss, hopefully. So I'm just going to go over with the buddy. Get my Versamark. Now this is Sending Christmas Wishes. I've just re-inked my Versamark, so hopefully it will come out okay. I think so. Right, let's get the gold. Just gonna get rid of that little bit. Okay, won't take long to heat emboss this. It's starting now to go, so it won't take long. Okay, and that's gonna go on there. Let's get the other glue, it's got more in it. So when you're heat embossing, if it's a bigger area, it can sometimes just curl the paper, not the card. So just to make sure that it stays flat, I'm just going to pop this big block on it for a moment. It'll hold it in place. Probably pull it back on in a little bit just to make sure it's stuck down well. Okay, so it's 2 really simple but effective Christmas cards using some scraps. As I said, you can do it with designer series paper, you can do it with cardstock. I've chosen to use the two-tone cardstock, and I think it's really effective, and the two-tone cardstock is lighter than our normal cardstock, so it's It's really good for keeping the weight down on cards if you're sending them any distance. Okay, well, thanks for joining me today, and I probably, after today, I'm probably going to move on to other cards. I should think most people have either made their cards or are in the process of finishing making their cards. Unfortunately, I have some still to make, and I've got to get them in the post, so these will be 2 towards it anyway. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.